Hi there, my name is Jules. I'm a commercial product photographer. I do all kinds of product photography, and today this video is about selling jewelry online. A lot of people call me about 3 to 4 times a week about costing for selling jewelry online. So I normally have this regular conversation. So I've created this video to help people get a better perspective in terms of what is involved with selling jewelry online. Now, first of all, when we're photographing jewelry, we're essentially photographing something at the microscopic level. This particular ring that we photograph is going to be imaged in such a way that's going to be 10 or 100 times bigger than it currently is. So now we're going to see a lot of things on this ring that were not necessarily visible at the naked eye. So, for example, things we're going to be seeing now may include unwanted reflections. We're going to be seeing scratches. We're going to be seeing fingerprints. We're going to see threads of dust, tarnish, dirt, you name it, we see it. So, when you're photographing jewelry, you're going to be spending a lot of time cleaning it digitally and physically to remove any kind of imperfections. Not only that, metal is very reflective, to state the obvious, so you have to be very careful what you reflect into the jewelry. You don't want a cameo of the photographer inside the jewelry. You don't want the photographer to be reflecting into the metal. So when you're photographing jewelry, you have to build a tent. So for example, if I don't reflect white into the silver is going to be black. So I have to reflect white into the actual silver, and that takes time to do. And not only that, I have to handle the actual jewelry with rubber gloves because I don't want fingerprints on it, and that makes it further harder to handle. Not only that, rings tend to be top heavy. They're heavier at the top than at the bottom, so they fall over. So they're also difficult to stage. So at the end of the day, what happens is that there's a lot of work involved with doing jewelry photography. You've got to trace out the background in Photoshop and so many other things. So, a lot of times the customers are very surprised when I'm telling them that it's much more expensive to photograph a jewelry than a drill. A drill is very forgiving. If there's a little filament of dust that I didn't see on the drill, no one's going to really notice. Whereas if there's a little piece of dust on the ring, everyone's going to notice. And for some strange reason, rings tend to hold a lot of imperfections that are not normally visible at the naked eye. So here's my big piece of advice. If you're going to be doing jewelry photography, of course, not only make sure that you're very different than everybody else on the market, because everybody's trying to do that these days, but also make sure you have monies in your margins for marketing contributions. These shots that you see on Tiffany's or Pandora, they're often highly manicured. The rings are painted in Photoshop. They're traced out. The background's removed. They're painted. They're methodically cleaned up. There's guys online that charge $20 just to edit the ring, not include the photography services. So, for a beautiful ring product shot, you could be looking at anywhere from, I'd say $25 to $100. $25 is definitely on the lower end and probably not really cleaned up. I would probably say more than like $40 if you really want to get a lot of, really nice images. So, there's so many people in the jewelry business that are fly by night. They come and they go. So what I'm saying is that make sure, again, that your rings are very, very different in some way that allows you to be able to charge more, so you can have more marketing costs in there, marketing margins in there, so you can cover the marketing costs associated with product photography, because they do take time to photograph, and time is money. And if you want someone with good equipment to photograph the rings well, you're going to need to make sure that proper effort and time is put into getting these product shots done. If you have any questions regarding your jewelry marketing efforts, do give me a ring or send me an email, and hopefully I'll be able to answer your questions. Comment, I do welcome that. I'm not trying to be a poo-poo pants about this whole thing, but certainly I'm trying to give you some notions to consider about marketing online. Good luck with your Amazon or jewelry marketing efforts, and look forward to hearing from you soon.